Shuffle left, shuffle left, shuffle left, shuffle right. Welcome to the Too Old or Pure Gold movie podcast. In today's episode, we're discussing the 1989 comedy movie, See No Evil, Hear No Evil. The format of our podcast, two Gen Xers rewatch beloved movies from our youth to find out are they really as good as we remember. To help us debate and ultimately pass judgment, we ask our millennial co-hosts to watch these movies for the first time and help us determine are they too old or pure gold. I'm your host, Olen Vanderleeden, representing Gen X. Joining me today is my Gen X co-host and impairment advocate, David Purcell.
Good morning, everybody.
Impairment advocate?
Representing the millennials, we have comedian Will Corry.
Hey, hello.
And if that isn't enough for you already, we also have comedian and Wilford Brimley fan Josh Fleming.
How's it going? Thanks for having me back.
And, Will, we usually push our plugs to the end, but I think people need to know. Can you just tell us about your special that's coming up?
I will announce I have recorded a comedy special, and it's in the editing room, and it will be available for consumption by the end of 2025, I believe.
Great. We look forward to hearing.
And I hear you had a great opener for you, too.
I did have a great opener. So great, people mentioned him to me more than my special itself. He was fantastic.
Okay, let's get into it. Today's movie is the 1989 comedy movie, Hear No Evil, See No Evil. The movie stars 80s comedians Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. The movie was directed by Arthur Hill. Arthur is known for emotional dramas and comedies. He directed Silver Streak before this and Carpool after this. I'm not sure he stands out in the Director Hall of Fame, but we appreciate his work. The tagline from this movie poster is murder. The blind guy couldn't see it, the deaf guy couldn't hear it, and now they're both wanted for it. Intriguing. IMDb describes the movie as Dave is deaf and Wally is blind. They witness a murder, but it was Dave who was looking at her and Wally who was listening. So for those of you that have not seen the movie, I asked my 93-year-old dad to watch Hear No Evil, See No Evil, and summarize the plot.
This has Peter written all over it.
Yeah, this is why I come to the podcast for these.
Wally, a blind man, and Dave, a deaf man, meet when Wally gets a job at Dave's newsstand. Despite their disabilities, they quickly form an odd but loyal friendship. Their lives turn upside down when a murder happens right in front of them. Wally hears the gunshot, and Dave sees the killer, but neither can identify the whole picture. When they are framed, they go on the run, trying to clear their names. Hunted by the police and the real criminals, they bumble through a series of comic misadventures, relying on each other's strength. They do survive, and in the end, their teamwork outsmarts the villains and proves that together they make one whole man. It's fun if you don't take the crime too seriously. Enjoy.
So we're going to roll right into overall reaction for this. Who wants to go?
I loved this movie. I thought it was fantastic, full of great laughs. I haven't seen a ton of Richard Pryor, I gotta be honest. I know we're comedians and he's one of the greats. Haven't watched a ton of his stand-up, and then I think I've seen him in one other movie. I forget which one. But he was hilarious, and Gene Wilder, obviously super talented. And yeah, it was full of great jokes and gags, and it was fun all the way through. I had a great time. That's it.
Josh, what'd you think?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I don't know that... The problem I have with some of these... I guess it's not even older comedies. I think it's the reason comedies struggle at the box office in general. I think it's like... It was a fun story, lots of laughs, but it's just like... There's not... I don't know, it wasn't all the way through for me. It was just... But I did enjoy it. It was like,
It's super interesting what you say, Josh, because for me, so first of all, I think it's a great premise. So I'm going to give this high points for doing something different for once. Everybody retreads the same thing. This is a unique premise. So nice to see them do something different. Seeing these two comedians, and we'll talk about it a lot, but I find these guys very polished with their jokes. I think the jokes are great. The premise was great. And for me, the first half, I was laughing my ass off. I loved it. But they spent a lot of time on the setup and the premise, and the whole crime part of it was really, really weak. And so for me, the second half of this movie dragged. First half of the movie, I was like, yes, love this. Second half, I started to fade. Like the jokes were getting tired by that. So I give it full marks for the first half, and I wish they had spent a little bit more time on finding a villain that wasn't blind.
Yeah, it just felt for me like they, in the writing process, were like, okay, what's like 7 funny premises a deaf and a blind guy could get into? And then let's connect all those somehow, you know? Which,
yeah.
Fair enough, they were funny, but it was just, that's where I thought it lacked a little bit for me.
Mr. Purcell, what did you think? This was your pick, by the way.
I know, and I apologize. I think that there was a lot of cocaine involved in the conception of this movie.
There's a lot of cocaine involved in the consumption of this movie.
That's true, too.
I thought you were going to say in the picking. I was like, oh,
yeah, first half, I mean, it's that sort of late 80s, early 90s kind of slapstick, stupid humor, which is always fun to revisit. I agree with you, Olen. I think the first half of the movie was sort of that sort of expectation, but it just sort of started to drag at the end. But I mean, it had some good laughs. It had a few good lines. It had some really nice boobs in it. But other than that,
great nude scene. I was going to say.
Yeah, great. I mean, the gratuitous nudity
Great.
is sort of the staple of that era, and I think we should get back to that.
It was a timely nude scene because, as you said, it was dragging a little bit.
Yep.
And then I think that was the pick-me-up all a scene people needed.
Just what perks you up.
I was starting to drift back to my phone, looking at my phone while watching the movie, and then I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Oops.
I'm back in.
Who is that babe, by the way? What's her name? Let's shout her out if she's
That's
still
Joan
alive.
Severance.
Joan
was a-
Severance.
Yeah,
She's-
she was a model for a
she's
bunch
beautiful.
of years.
Yeah, she was a rocket.
and she was in, what's that Hulk Hogan movie? The terrible one. Well, they're all bad, but
Oh, yeah.
the actual wrestling one. I forget what it was called now.
I can't remember what it's called.
Rest in
No
peace.
Holds Barred. No Holds,
No Holds
Barred.
Barred. We'll
No
have to
Holds
do.
Barred.
We'll have to do that one too.
Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
Don't call me
That's
for
right.
that one, please.
Capital R on the rest.
That's all right.
Okay, first question for you guys. Had you heard of this movie before?
No.
I had heard of this one only because the one thing I did watch of Pryor's, I've seen a few of his stand-ups, but the I Am Richard Pryor documentary kind of went through all of his projects a little bit, and so it touched on this one. I thought it was a funny concept when I heard it originally, and yeah, I was happy to sit down and finally watch it.
I'd never heard of it. Where does this rank in Pryor's career? Like, was he a huge stand-up star at this point? And had he
No,
done
No,
This
this
is on the
is
downswing.
near the end.
Yeah.
This is near the end. I mean, he had a great stand-up career. Then he set himself on fire. Then he had a
Literally.
good movie career, literally. And then he had a pretty good movie career. But you guys can probably see he died of
MS,
complications
wasn't it?
related. And you can see it starting to take effect on him here.
Well,
so.
I was trying to rack my brain. I know there was because he kept it secret for so long, that this, I think, was like the set of the movie where his symptoms started showing to people.
What symptoms? What disease was it?
MS. I think the first thing,
MS.
like one of the things is you kind of lose control in your hands. They kind of, like, I don't know. Instead of going like this, they go like this. Because I know he would mask it, apparently he would hold a lighter all the time. That was like his workaround to be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And definitely he's starting to get that skinny old man look, right? He's looking a little gaunt in this. But, you know, I'd love to hear, especially what you two think of these comedians, because I think they're great. Now, this is the third of 4 collaborations. These guys obviously have chemistry, and this is their third of 4th collaborations. I think maybe the better one in the group is Stir Crazy. But they did Silver Streak in 76, Stir Crazy in 1980, and then after this they did Another You. So they did one more after this. What do you guys think of these two as comedians, comedy actors?
I mean, Gene Wilder might be the best straight man of all time. He's so good at
Right?
it. Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, it's hard not to see him as like Willy Wonka. He's got like just a twinkle in his eye. Everything he does is it's a performance.
Well, and when you do a thing when you're like deaf and can't react to any dialogue, but he says so much with just a facial expression, it's really impressive.
yeah,
I think it's, and obviously it's a generational thing. But you say you can't see him anything but Willy Wonka, and I can't see him as anything but Dr. Frankenstein.
Yes.
So
That's his best role.
that's his best
So
role.
good.
Dr. Frankenstein.
And Blazing Saddles. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
you watch those two movies. Look, those two, I'd love to do them on the pod sometime, but they're obviously good. Sometimes it's fun to talk about these ones that are. This is a forgotten movie.
Middle, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know that a lot of people know this, so those are obviously flawless movies. But these guys are good together, right? You can see the chemistry.
Absolutely.
You guys agree?
Absolutely, yeah.
I could.
They look like they're having fun together.
Yeah. Yeah. You can tell that. I mean, obviously, this is. I think you said this is the third movie they work together. They've obviously got chemistry. They obviously like each other. Yeah. It comes across on the screen for sure.
And talking about Richard Pryor, he's got some fun movies, but I would love to do The Toy sometime on this podcast because that is hilarious and problematic. It's awesome.
The Toy? Is
My
that what you said?
two favorite things.
Yeah.
The Toy.
The toy.
is that
Nicole would
one
love
about?
it.
Basically, a rich white kid gets his dad to buy Richard Pryor for him.
He buys a black man for his
Yes, he buys a
rich
black
son?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year is this
That's-
movie based in?
82 probably, 83
Yeah.
in there somewhere.
Something like that. You're going to love it, Will.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
I think I own it on DVD, actually.
Yeah.
As you should.
As you should. Okay. Early Kevin Spacey. What do you think of Kevin Spacey as a bad guy in his first role?
I think
Yeah,
this
that was
character is perfect given now what we know.
The mustache as well,
He was
right?
method acting.
Yeah,
Man,
exactly.
that's a hard thing about Spacey is he's so good in everything, and that's why it makes it so tough to be oh, he is great
Well-
at this.
Well, I'd be careful with the wording there, Josh.
you know,
No, he's fantastic. That was a nice little surprise. That was probably the most modern actor in the movie, I would say.
And this was his first role.
Was it really?
First thing he
wow.
did. Yeah,
Oh, no way.
absolutely.
That's crazy.
Also, first appearance of that boil on his face,
Yeah, that
Okay,
was noticeable.
I was
which was not makeup.
I was so weirded out because I thought after he got punched in the alley, I was like, was there a scene where he already got punched and
I had
they
the same thought.
added in and I missed it? And then when it wasn't there at the end, I was like, now I really don't know what's going on.
Okay, now I need to know what this boil was.
It was real. Okay, so since we are looking at these movie actors of this era, I want to ask you guys to rank the 5 comedians we've discussed so far from favorite to worst. Gene Wilder, Richard Pryor, Chevy Chase, Martin Short, Steve Martin. Who's your favorite out of those?
Richard Pryor, hands down. Of that group, yeah.
And
Yeah.
based off his stand-up, I would have to say Pryor for sure. That I like his artwork the most.
I think I would put these two at the top. Like, okay, so Gene Wilder, not a stand-up comedian, but movie comedy, like he's one of the best for sure.
Steve Martin's
Yeah,
up there.
Steve Martin's, yeah. I would probably go in the order that you listed them with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder at the top, and then I'd combine Steve Martin and Martin Short. And Chevy is just, I mean, he's in so much good stuff in the 80s, so it's probably the order it's in.
Well, if you guys find it interesting, I had ChatGPT do some math for me, and I asked him to rank movie comedians for just their body of work in the 80s. Number 1, Eddie Murphy. Number 2, Dan Aykroyd. Number 3, Bill Murray. And number 4 pains me. Do you know Tom Hanks was the 4th biggest earning comedian of the 80s?
Such a T. Hanks hater. I love it.
Oh my God. Just wait till we do Turner and Hooch, Will. I'm going to go off.
You're like, this guy's
I'm
just
gonna
a
go
guy.
off.
He's not a great.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
Also, no Cosby? You didn't mention him. What the heck? Are you sleeping?
Yeah, he's not in there, but I really want to do for our next in the series. I want to do a comedy movie with him.
Nice.
It'd be great.
I heard
do a Cosby.
this is a little side story, but I heard a funny story on a podcast about Cosby recently. Apparently, the writers on his show, it was just called Cosby. Apparently, they wrote something about him going to take out money from an ATM in the show, and he accosted the writers. He was like, "You can't just make up stuff. What is this? Some sort of money machine? You can't just go out." Like, he was so out of touch, he didn't know like ATMs
He's never
existed.
seen it. That's incredible.
It's so funny.
love that.
It's and his voice being like, "What are you talking about? A money machine that brings out money?"
Okay.
Anyways,
I got one more question for you guys before we get to best parts. Would you rather be deaf or blind?
oh, I've thought about this question so much because I took ASL in high school, and they ask you this question when you take the class at the beginning, and I've always said blind because I like music too much. I think losing music would be tough. I've
good answer.
seen enough in my 30 years. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be nice to still hear the music that's gonna come out.
And podcasts.
Yeah.
Josh, deaf or blind?
See, I think I'm the opposite. I've heard enough music. I'm done with it. I need to see stuff.
Josh isn't missing out on those juicy nude scenes. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's right.
I'm not giving up movies, so I can still have subtitles, and I use them anyhow.
Yeah, I like subtitles anyway.
Yeah, everybody at the fire hall's going deaf anyway, so I'll take deaf.
Okay. Oh yeah, David's also our fire expert, so we'll have him on for Backdraft.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's go into best parts, and I'm gonna kick it off with. First of all, I love the opening. Like, you are a dumb idiot when he's on the sidewalk with
Yes.
Richard Pryor. The opening scene where you see the blind and the deaf. I
Yeah.
love that. You talking to me?
And Gene Wilder doesn't even realize that they're in an argument. That's great.
And it leads me to my second favorite part is Wally and the fact that he's willing to throw down with anybody. A blind guy that's willing to fight with anybody. I love it.
Yeah, that's actually one of my best parts is the fight scene.
The fight
in
scene
the bar.
was really
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was classic. Like, it was just so funny. 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, just shuffling around like.
Shuffle left, shuffle left, shuffle left, shuffle right, shuffle right.
Shut
By
up.
the way, the guy he was fighting was not a good fighter. I think I could take a blind guy even with somebody coaching him.
Yeah, totally. That was a great
Okay,
scene.
what else you guys like from this?
Well, in the opening, when he's on the subway with his sister, and what do you mean I'm
yeah.
not white? I'm going to have to
that
cancel the
is-
swimming lessons?
That is so funny.
Does Dad know?
Does Dad
That
know?
was good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was a great line.
I, for one, loved that. Even if if you didn't know the story of this movie, you could tell what it was in like 5 seconds of meeting both characters. Like, the one guy's blind and kind of pretending not to be, and the one guy's deaf and pretending not to be. Thought that was a nice introduction. I thought the interrogation scene was really good.
Absolutely, I love
Yeah.
that.
The cop getting so mad when he's standing behind Gene Wilder and he's not answering any of the questions, and then when he finally does go around and he mumbles too much that he's like, I'm sorry, what did you say? That was really good.
Yeah, that leads to another line. What Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman?
Yes, that's what it was.
Which is the best line from the movie.
The scene where they're taking the mug shots, I thought was hilarious. It was
Man.
literally like Who's on First. It was like
Yeah,
that.
the timing of it was perfect.
Yeah, and she was just like, "Come on,
on.
like figure it out." These guys.
The timing of those guys,
Yeah.
the delivery, I
Yeah.
think that scene encapsulated the magic of these guys and their chemistry together. So funny.
And what good actors they were, because I think playing blind or deaf is a challenge to lots of people, and I thought they both did it really well.
I got great trivia on that. It also leads to another line that I love, and to me, you guys tell me because I'm no comedy writer, but I think just excellently written comedy lines where he says, "Is she saying shit or ship?"
Oh man, the ship
It
was perfect.
It must be ship. Why would she say ship?
That wouldn't make any sense.
Just the way he works it out in real time. I thought that's so brilliantly written.
Oh, it was.
Because I think a lesser comedian would have just said, "Is she saying ship or shit?" and left it there. But he carries on with, "Why would
Yeah.
she say ship? That makes no sense. It must be shit." I thought that was so good. Okay, a couple other things I like. Wally helping a blind guy across the street.
Very good.
Yeah.
Into the back of a truck was nice.
And
Yeah.
by the way, I feel like that would be me, like never admitting my handicap. I think, I'm not blind. What are you talking about? Come on, I'll help the poor blind guy across the street. A blind guy playing darts, I think, is great. And by the way, that guy's still better than David at darts.
Hey,
I like. How about the stomp your feet so I can follow skit?
So good. Yeah. And how he's like, I feel ridiculous. He's like, you're doing great. It's like,
And when he stops and Dave keeps walking down the road.
and he's screaming, and then he's this close to his face. That was
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Blind guy driving always plays,
always good.
right? We had that. None of you guys were on Blind Fury, but Blind Fury episode had that too. I love a blind guy driving.
Hilarious.
And then one more thing I want to call out on best parts is one of my favorite 80s trope is having to break out of jail to solve your own case. Right? Obviously, cops can't do it. So we're going to break out and we're going to solve this case. Awesome.
I thought you were gonna say a great '80s trope. This gun is actually an erection, because that was maybe my favorite scene.
Yeah. That's good. That's one of my favorite lines, too. This morning, I just threatened to shoot a naked woman with my erection.
That was one of my
You're
favorite
having a
lines.
bad day.
That was one of my
That doesn't
best
happen
lines.
every day.
That was so
Okay,
funny.
well, We'll get to more of those lines in a second. You want to transition to worst parts? Anything you guys really didn't like about this?
Maybe what Josh said earlier, just dragged on a little bit. Could have been a little tighter, maybe.
I thought having a blind bad guy was dumb.
Yeah.
That really didn't work for me. I don't know. There was no payoff for that. I don't know why they did that.
No, I'm just like this was 89, right? This movie?
Yep.
Now I remember movies in the late 80s and early 90s quite well, and I don't remember car chases being that bad. Like they just, the screen in the back and all of the old cheesy. I don't know if they did that on purpose as a lark back then because we were way beyond that by 1989.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just didn't. If it was funny then, it's not. I don't find it funny now. But maybe that was just the throwback for them then. I don't know.
Yeah. One more thing I noted. I mean, it made me laugh because it was bad, but I did note Richard Pryor's Swedish accent was horrible, but Gene Wilder's German
was particularly good.
Yes. So I thought that was hilarious, and Richard Pryor with a Swedish accent, so funny.
That geriatric
the paper on multiple
that was
multiple
hilarious.
orgasms in geriatric women. I'd like to read that paper.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Okay, so we might as well transition into favorite lines. Let's talk about some of these lines. There was a lot of good ones in here.
I mean, right at the beginning, there's like the one where he's like, "I'm blind and you're deaf. What are the odds?" It's like, yeah, pretty good, probably.
Pretty good.
There's a vicious rumor going around that I am deaf, and I want it to stop. I love the way they messed with people in this movie. I think I would do that also. In the bar when they're getting the shit beat out of them. We should do this more often. It's nice to unwind after work.
I don't think I have the exact wording of it, but I did love when they were gonna, like Kevin Spacey and the girl were gonna kill them, and she kissed Gene Wilder, and then they were doing like their last request, and Pryor was like, "I suppose a fuck is too much to ask for."
Yeah, well, you touch my nose was Dave's line, and then I guess a fuck is out of the question.
And she played it nicely too, because she paused for a second, like, "Is it?" Yeah, it is. It definitely is. So that was very good.
When they're checking into the hotel, I heard you're having trouble with your visa, and then they throw back to the American Express commercials of that era. Right?
Yeah.
Now you guys...
That was good.
That was the commercial back then, so...
Yeah, it went over my head.
Yeah.
I think, Josh, you said it. There's great erection humor in here. I don't know what you're looking for, but it's a little to the right.
Yeah.
Which she's fishing in his pockets.
Also, when he said, careful, you remember what happened last time? When she had him at gunpoint that second time? I thought that was good.
There was the final diamond scene, and then Wally's like, "You can't kill us. We're the only two people who don't know what happened." It's classic.
I missed that one. That's
yeah,
great.
no kidding. I did too. That is great.
I said that I love blind guys driving, but I like the part where he says, "Don't look at me, watch the road." Okay, if it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
And then I've got a longer one here. I like the scene. There's the scene in the garbage barge. I would tell you how I feel about you, but at the moment I'm overwhelmed by the stink of 7,000 tons of garbage you just drove us into. Is that what it is? I thought you let one go. That's why I didn't say anything. Oh, that was kind of you.
Man, thanks for bringing that up. The slow play of him, because the whole time I'm watching that scene, I'm like, I can't believe he's not upset about this. But the fact that he was just waiting to snap about it, I love that so much.
I do too. Yeah, that was good. I'm glad. I mean, I think this is not going to be a classic remembered forever, but I love when we can dig out the good parts, because there's some really great stuff in this. Okay, I want to tell you guys how this movie did then, if that's okay.
Are you allowed to tell us the budget, or is it?
I'm going to get to the budget. I'm going to tell you how it did in the box office first. Do you guys think it did well?
Probably.
I think it did decent. Not
It probably did pretty well, is my guess.
The numbers are going to be really interesting. So according to Box Office Mojo Worldwide, See No Evil, Hear No Evil was 27th highest earner at the box office in 1989. So I have to admit, I'm pleasantly surprised. Batman with Michael Keaton was the leader at the box office. And See No Evil, Hear No Evil was beat by movies like When Harry Met Sally and Turner and Hooch. The last one actually stings a little bit for me. But it wasn't all bad. This movie beat out a movie we covered, Black Rain. So take that, Michael Douglas. Also pains me to say that it beat out my favorite movie of all time. Anybody?
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. It beat out Roadhouse. And to me, that's kind of a hate crime.
Yeah.
Driving Miss Daisy was the Oscar winner in 1989, and Oscar hates fun and comedy, so this film really never had a chance, to be honest. So, the budget. Will, you wanted the budget. Budget was $18 million. Did you guys see $18 million worth of film?
No.
Probably all for wages, I imagine.
That is lower than I thought.
Yeah, it's salaries for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Salaries and cocaine, it must have been.
Yeah.
David, you called it with the police chase scene. Like, they did not spend the money on action.
No.
Okay, but box office, how do you think it did?
I think it made $37 million.
Sorry, can I get the budget one more time? Did you say?
18 million.
Yeah, double seems about.
I love that Josh takes this seriously. He wants the numbers so he can calculate
I agree that
properly.
they probably, if they did another movie after, it probably did pretty good. So I would say like 45.
Yeah, I was thinking like 45, 50.
Well, Josh, I'm going to give it to you, 47 million.
Damn.
So, I mean, that's decent,
Price
right?
is Right rules got me.
If I give you 18 million and you bring me 47 back, I'm pretty happy.
I'd be pretty
with that.
happy.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
If I did.
Even, with a middling comedy, I'd be like, you know what? This is pretty good.
Yeah. So now it's Rotten Tomatoes time, and in this episode, I'm going to give you guys a hint. And the hint is this. This movie has one of the biggest gaps between audience and critics that I can remember from any episode we've done. And this is episode 60-something. Wow. So, biggest gap ever.
So audience score and critic score?
Yep.
I'm going to say critics. You're making me think the critics were not very kind to this movie. So I'm going to say critics is something around 25%. And I'll say audience was 80%. I'm going to give a big gap.
What do you got, Josh?
I was feeling like, I'm going to say like 18 for critics. And I'm going to do like 76 for audience.
You just Price is Righting me right now. Fuck you.
Yeah, I was thinking 18 and 83 was the first two numbers
Crazy.
that popped into my head. So
Okay, here's your scores, and you guys know low score wins. So first of all, I'll tell you the answer. Critics 29, audience 72. Like, I know that usually audience like things more than critics, especially when it comes down to a comedy, but that's a huge gap.
That's really
I'm
big.
stunned. So, Will, you win it with a 12. Josh, you had 15, and Dave, 22. So all of those are good scores, but I did give you a hint.
Beautiful.
So, why such a gap is my question. Like, did it deserve... So, I think 72 is fair for the audience, right? Because it's not a perfect comedy. We've said that. But 29 for the critics.
well, they had $18 million in 1989, and they didn't spend it on the movie. If you're a
True.
critic, you're like, where'd all the money go?
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why there seems to be just a... It almost feels like there's a fear in critics to put their stamp of approval on comedies more so than other movies, I think. Because
Yep.
it's so... That's your opinion, just down to the individual.
I think inherently too, critics are like, it's their job to be like, they almost take the spotlight away from the movie sometimes. They're like, my critique of this movie is more important, and they try and make, they lean into that. So if they didn't like it, they have to like exaggerate because they're a critic, and like they think it's...
You can only probably write so many critiques that are like meh.
Yeah.
Then people are like, why are we?
Nobody
reading this?
wants to read critics' reviews where he just loves everything. You know what I mean? Like,
it's
controversy
okay.
sells.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably just the reason. They're all highfalutin.
true,
They
but-
think too much of themselves, probably. I say that while we all critique this podcast.
That's right, yeah.
While this whole podcast is movie criticism.
Yeah, what are we doing
No,
here?
I disagree. Actually, what I love that we do is we can take a movie like this and we can dig out the gold in it, right?
Absolutely.
There's some great lines in this. There's some great scenes. It may not be a perfect movie. It may not deserve an Oscar, but there's good stuff in that. I like that about our podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay, well I'm gonna give you guys some trivia on this. So this movie started as just a straight buddy cop script with no impairments whatsoever. Gene didn't want to do it because he said there's nothing in the script. So Richard Pryor said, "Let me be blind," and he said, "Okay, I'll be deaf," and that's how this whole thing started.
That's incredible.
Awesome.
I know, I love that. And then Gene Wilder completely rewrote the script,
Nice.
so he gets the writing credit on this. You guys know Richard Pryor was already suffering from MS, which eventually killed him, but it wasn't even diagnosed yet in this film, although you can see it in hindsight.
I honestly thought he was just doing a really shit version of a blind guy. I didn't know he was physiologically deteriorating as the character.
He was. But talk about research. So Gene went to the New York League for the Hard of Hearing to study for his role, and he ended up marrying his speech pathologist. So his wife at the time he met there. And Richard Pryor went to the Braille Institute in Los Angeles, where he was taught cane techniques and visited classrooms to observe mannerisms of blind students.
Didn't use a cane once.
I was going to say, did he have a cane once?
Not useful.
That's awesome.
At least he studied it.
Yeah, that's true.
That's funny.
And so the next section is woke or joke, and I'm just going to cover this for us because Gene Wilder gave me the comment I can use. So Gene was initially hesitant to do the film for fear of mocking the impaired until he met with real deaf people and was told people with handicaps have a sense of humor. He did get a lot of hate mail about this movie, but he got a lot of fan mail from people with disabilities saying it was great to see an impaired person being the central character in a movie for once.
Nice.
So that's the thing. All the people that complain about, making fun of handicapped people in this or movies like this, the people themselves don't mind.
Well,
That's
and they
usually
say,
the way.
Representation. That's just what everybody wants at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Better for everyone.
Another movie I can't wait to do with you guys is The Ringer.
Yeah.
Don't know about it.
That's a good
And we
one.
have to have Nicole on that episode.
Yes.
I love
Many things in that she
I love
will
the
not
sound of
like.
that.
Yeah.
I would say, from what I know about the deaf community and stuff, they're very adamant about deafness not being a disability. Like I think this movie shows that he's pretty capable, and he has, it's not really a disability. It kind of adds a layer to him. So I think most hard of hearing people would probably enjoy his portrayal. I don't know. They probably wouldn't be stoked that it went to a hearing actor. But, it's 1989 or whatever the heck, so.
Well, in the research, this is what Gene Wilder was saying, that people with these impairments actually liked the movie and sent him fan mail. It's people that don't have these impairments that were saying, like, you're a dick for doing this.
Yeah, well.
Anyhow, I like it. I think it's fun. But however you guys felt about this movie, I promise you there's others who liked it more or less than you. So for this movie, there were 21 10-star reviews out of 104 total reviews. And I like this film, but I'm a bit surprised. I assumed that the disability humor would knock it down a few pegs. But generally, the praise for this was consistent and especially high for these two actors. People love these guys together. So Derek says booyah. His review. This has to be one of the funniest films ever made. Two of the best comic actors in recent history. Who has there been since? Perfect timing in the jokes. And the best scene of all, Fuzzy Wuzzy Was It What? General G says this is the best Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor movie that they were in together. I think Stir Crazy is better, but it's good. And one last review says I recommend it to anyone with a sense of humor. Now we hear from people who liked it less. And it's a rare occurrence, but there were no one-star reviews for this movie.
Nice.
That almost never happens. So I had to go all the way to 3-star reviews to hear from the people that didn't like it. And I will note, even the haters all call these two comedians wonderful together with great chemistry. So there's nobody that shit on these
Can't
comedians.
deny it.
I kind of like that.
Can't deny it.
So the 3-star reviews, the chemistry between these two legends is amazing. Sometimes you'll find yourself laughing, not at the jokes, but how Wilder and Pryor play with themselves on the screen. I don't like that wording at all. But this isn't enough. The plot is very basic and senseless. There isn't a character study and no creativity.
Disagree.
Next review, 2 great comic talents caught in a substandard plot. Unfortunately, there's not a trace of either's personal tricks or traits they had in previous outings. Their characters could have been played by anyone in particular without any noticeable change in the film itself. I disagree with that also.
Hard disagree as well.
And J. Booth Miller says a relatively amusing duo with their sight and hearing problems create some okay jokes at times, but these jokes are what irritate you almost all the way through. And not even foul language and slapstick can save it from being a mostly dreadful movie. Pretty poor. Now the fun part, Siskel and Ebert, the professionals. We know the critics were hard on this. Do you guys think they liked it at all?
I think one of them
No.
did.
One of them did.
Okay, Siskel said he did not laugh once at anything in the movie. He criticized Richard Pryor, saying since he set himself on fire, he's been trying to be a good person in movies and has lost his edge that made him bankable.
Wow, way to kick a man while he's on fire.
Yeah.
Also, I thought he played a pretty flawed character. Honestly, it was good overall, but
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
Well, I think what he's trying to say is that he just hates that he's trying to be a good person in his films. I'm like,
what a terrible thing to do.
settle down, Siskel.
No kidding.
And I don't think it's nice to say you liked him better before he set himself on fire.
Yeah,
That's a bit harsh.
Okay, so that's Siskel. Ebert said it was a mildly interesting premise with good physical comedy, but faulted it for devolving into stupid, stereotypical espionage plot. They both complained that the characters were both too similar. They really dumped on this movie, both of them. So 2 thumbs down.
I got 2 fingers up for that.
So remake, does this movie deserve a remake, prequel, or sequel?
Nah.
No prequel.
No.
No sequel. A remake?
I hate remakes. They never do them as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what? That's
Who would you
interesting,
get? Like, if they did a remake today,
You'd
it
have
would
to
end up being
get.
another Kevin Hart movie.
You'd have to get a blind.
I was gonna say,
person.
I think if you're gonna do it, then you might as well go full hog.
People
and
would
go
freak
actual
out
people.
today.
Yeah, fine. Let's let them freak out. Who cares?
But I don't think
Called
it needs a remake. But you.
It's called acting.
It's not a bad premise. Like you could remake it.
What about remaking it with Will Ferrell and what's his stepbrother, buddy?
John C. Reilly.
John C.
John C.
Reilly.
Yeah, John C. Reilly.
Oh, like
Those
an
two?
Adam McKay movie style.
Those guys
Step
could do it.
Brothers?
Do deaf and blind stepbrothers. That'd be good.
I think the remake they should both be deaf and blind. Just 2 Helen Kellers trying to solve.
No, one's deaf,
Mystery.
one's deaf, one's blind, but they're both incontinent. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we got some good concepts here. We'll work it out after the episode. Okay, so I'm trying, in the last couple episodes, I'm trying a new category here, which I call Best Crossover for this movie. So if you were going to do a crossover with these characters, what would it be? And I had The Ringer.
What is that one about? Did we watch that one?
Special Olympics.
Special Olympics. It's
With
it's,
Johnny Knoxville.
Knoxville, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Knoxville pretends that he's mentally impaired so that he can enter the Special
When the
Olympics.
fuck did we
And
get ice cream?
Yes, that's the line.
Yeah, that would be a good
That's great.
little crossover.
I think that would be good. I also think it would be good with Blind Fury, bringing swords into this movie.
Yeah, well, Top Gun 3.
But one blind pilot, one deaf pilot. If you could.
I love it. Yeah. David, you get the prize. You win. That's the crossover. Okay, conclusions. I want to ask you guys. Critics hated it. Audience loved it. Do you guys think this movie is too old or pure gold?
Pure gold, baby.
Yeah, I definitely say it leans closer to pure gold than too old. It was good.
It's not too old.
No.
I hate to say it, boys, but I think you're wrong.
Oh.
I remember watching. I know that I've seen this. I saw this in the late '80s, early '90s. I didn't see it when it came out, but I know I saw it sort of in that, probably when it came out on VHS, which is a tape media that you put into a machine and then.
Yeah,
watch
what does that
movies on.
stand for? VHS.
Yeah.
What are these acronyms?
Yeah, exactly.
You were Betamax. Don't be a liar.
We weren't Beta. Well, actually, we were Betamax.
He's trying to sound cool.
That's actually true.
He's trying to sound cool. You know why VHS won the format wars?
I can't remember.
Do you guys know this?
Porn?
Porn.
Oh, porn.
That's
right.
how it's always been done.
Porn drives a lot
Same with Blu-ray.
the economy.
There's a lot. But yeah, what I'm saying is, like, I remember, I know that I've seen this and I don't remember it, or I didn't remember it, and now I know why. It was just, just tired. I mean, it's funny in spots, it drags. I'd give it a solid 5.
Well, I know I'm not allowed to split them. I would give it a pure gold for sure for the first half and maybe too old for the second half. But given these two comedians, I'm going to give it pure gold for sure. I love these guys together. And would you guys say, so Will and Josh, we're studying comedians here, and you guys are the comedians. Would you say this is worth watching if you want to see like really good comedy writing and delivery? I think these guys...
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think comedy acting is the biggest thing that these guys have over nowadays.
The timing and the delivery, like, they crushed it. I feel like there were so many gags and so many lines.
Yeah.
That
and I think, like you pointed out earlier, I don't think that the whole photograph, the mugshot bit,
scenes.
I feel like in any like lesser comedian's hands probably wouldn't have landed as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree. And Josh, you said it before that Gene Wilder is a great straight man. Like, that is not an easy role to play.
I think it's more important than the over the top guy.
Yeah. So I'm giving it pure gold for sure, just for this comedy pair, and I think people should watch it just to see, good comedy acting.
You know what, too, I want to mention, because I meant to, and no one has yet, but I can't believe she hasn't done anything else, basically, but the sister I thought was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of kept it grounded, I thought, a little bit.
Oh, she was.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another scene I like, where they're in the vent in the motel with the sister, the three of them, and he's like, "Hey, meet Dave." And he's like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you." They're just three heads in the vent. There's actually really a lot of stuff in here. I do wish they had put a little bit more work into the crime part of this, because it would have been more fun. They had a great evil person. They had a great premise. They had a great comedy pairing, and this just the end didn't land. And why did they set the blind guy, the evil person at the end as a blind guy? Did that have anything to do with this, or add anything?
I mean, I thought it was going to, until she ended up just shooting him out of a window. So like, I guess that's not going to pay off.
Quite forcefully too. That was. Yeah.
I was also wondering about this too. This would be funny if you did a Only Murders in the Building type show with these two guys.
That'd be good.
Solid.
That would be funny with this premise and drag it out a bit more. Anyhow, let's wrap this one up, guys. As usual, I appreciate it.
One thing before we do go, I do want to give you guys just a quick PSA. I'm willing to bet if you were faced with a bunch of Dobermans coming at you and you did have a jar of peanut butter, that would probably work. I have a Doberman,
and where should we put the peanut butter?
Peanut butter is her peanut butter is her kryptonite. So
yeah, I think they missed another erection joke there.
100%.
There was potential
100%.
with the peanut butter and the Dobermans, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys got anything you want to plug? Will, I know your special's not out yet, so we'll plug you on the next one.
Special will be out soon.
Josh, tell people about your podcast and where they can find you.
Yeah, I got a podcast called Absolutely Obscure with my good friend Rory Dunn. You can follow us on socials and watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify. It's a lot of fun.
I'm making my debut today.
Yeah, Will's going to be on.
very exciting.
Oh, awesome.
Still haven't watched the movie. So it's on my to-do list.
You're in for a good one.
Well, I'm gonna want to know if the movie you watch is worse than the worst one you've seen on this podcast.
What is the movie we're watching today, Josh? Called?
I think it's called Cerebrum or something. It's on TV.
Cerebrum. You know that's gonna suck.
It's a neuroscience movie.
Now I want to watch. I'm gonna watch it and follow along when I listen to your podcast.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
What do you guys want to do next in this comedy series? What comedian from the 80s do you guys want to do? You want to do a Cosby?
We need to do a Cosby.
Get those puddin' pop jokes in?
I don't actually really know any of his movies.
Leonard Part 6. We got to do it.
Ghost Dad.
Ghost Dad's another one.
Everybody wants Cosby as their dad, right?
Yeah.
Well,
As long as he's not behind the bar.
Should do some John Candy. He's a great guy from that era.
oh, I'd love some John Candy.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle
Maybe
Buck?
that's one of my favorites.
Uncle Buck is a
And
fantastic
actually,
one.
I don't think we've done a few, but I'd love some more Chevy Chase.
How about The Great Outdoors?
Great
Of course,
Outdoors
we
is
have
good.
to do Caddyshack at one of these points.
Love Caddyshack.
I figured you would have done it
Love
already.
Caddyshack.
If we do Caddyshack, we're doing a double feature with Caddyshack 2.
I
So we get
still
the
have
yin
not.
and the yang.
I haven't
Okay.
watched it. I'm very curious.
I would love to dig into, because like the sequel just came out and I've heard really good things, but Naked Gun series. Those are some of my
so
favorite
good.
movies. I've seen a few
Yes.
of them, and I would like
could
to
talk
get
about
back
those
into
movies
them.
for a while,
Leslie
yeah.
They are
Nielsen,
the
talk
best.
about a straight man, a funny straight man. That guy was
Yep.
never in comedies. He was a straight,
Airplane was his first.
and then
Yeah.
he just broke in, and he's one of the best ever. So
Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, talk about a straight man. Like, that's a great example.
That's I would say the S tier, as they say.
yeah, I'd love to go do Naked Gun.
Okay, we'll filter through those and pick a good one for next time. Thanks for doing this, Josh.
Hey, thanks for
Will.
having me. I appreciate it. Nice to meet you.
Take it
See
easy,
you guys.
boys.
Good to see everybody.
Bye.
Bye.